Welcome to the Transy Sports Network as we gear up for a historic week in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference as we prepare for the inaugural event in this conference, the inaugural Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference Swimming and Diving Championships, to be held by the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology up at the Vigo Aquatic Center in Terre Haute, Indiana. And as we prep for a big three-day event, again, this is the first ever championship event in swimming and diving sponsored by the HCAC. We're going to talk about what to expect this week from the Transylvania swimming and diving team. And with that, we introduce to you the first-year head coach, another coach in his first voyage as well with the Transylvania swimming program, Dave Doolin, as we wrap up a very strong regular season run here and prepare for the stretch run of the HCAC championships. First of all, thanks a lot, Dave, for making some time for us today, and congratulations on making this far into your first season and a big weekend ahead now.
Most definitely a big weekend. It's exciting to be a part of something that's the first time happening. We have had a great season. We've excelled at the beginning and kept improving all the way through the season, which is exciting for me.
Give me a sense of how the season has gone for you and your team. You came into this program, you haven't even been here a full calendar year yet, but you inherited this roster and made something really special out of it. And we've seen some big landmark achievements, a couple of dual meet victories this season. Your women's roster in particular has made some significant strides this year and has won some big events week after week.
It's nice. We have 4 senior girls. That helps to have that type of leadership on the team. And as we go through the season, when you have that type of leadership, it's real easy. You have a young sophomore, Sarah Hurley, that has been great and improving. I look forward to her having a great conference meet, has a chance of winning a couple events, and we'll see how it goes.
So it's a big marathon of sorts for this championship, a 3-day event running Friday, Saturday, and Sunday up in Terre Haute. What do we look forward to on the first day?
The first day, it's the 500 free, the 50 free, and the 200 IM. So we're hoping that we can start out with a couple of victories on the men and women's side in the IM. We'll see how it plays out, but I think they're prepared and ready to go really fast.
And then Saturday, a big event, a lot of the meat of this event really. You have the 100 fly, a lot of different pioneers who will be participating in the 200-yard events as well, and then some other big events to finish off the day.
No, yeah, I think the big thing for us is that we give ourselves a chance to go fast. Like, we can't control what everybody else is doing, but we can control what we're doing. And I think if we step up to the plate in those events and go real fast, I think we're going to have a good showing.
You mentioned Sarah Hurley, the sophomore, who's had a really consistent season all year long. Are there any other swimmers this weekend who you're leaning on and encouraging to see if you can get some big performances out of?
Kylie Jelinek is one of our seniors. I think she can have some really big performances this weekend to help lead us. Like all the seniors, I expect them to step up and really be the leaders in performance, as well as helping the young people on the team understand how it works.
This is a compact team in terms of your roster volume, but one that's displayed throughout the course of the season a great spirit, and it's delivered some big moments. What are your fondest memories of your inaugural season with the Pioneers?
I think the first meet that we had against Asbury, we won both medley relays. The very first 2 races that we had as a college coach, we won. So that's super exciting for me. So that I'll always remember that those first 2 races, winning both the men and women's medley relays.
This has been a memorable season for you for a number of reasons. One of the reasons being this is your first foray into coaching college swimming and diving. Of course, you hear the name Dave Doolin around the Bluegrass area. It's a name that's very familiar, mainly at the club and high school levels. How has this full-year transition been for you, coaching club for the majority of your career, now to handling and running a college program on a day-to-day basis?
It's a little bit different. The coaching's the same. The difference in coaching is that I have a lot more time to do a lot of individual stuff, filming, really focusing on stroke technique a little bit more with a smaller roster. There's a lot of things that we can do as college coaches that club coaches don't have the time to do or can't do because of the number of people that they have on their team.
There's been a lot to write about on the women's side for Transylvania swimming this season. But the men's side has also had some big performances as well, led by freshman Drew Dodds, who's really burst onto the scene in his first season here at Transylvania as a supreme swimmer, mainly in the breaststroke events. What do you expect from Drew this weekend, as well as the rest of your men?
Well, again, we're young on the men's side. We have 1 senior, Zach Griffiths. He'll be a leader there to help the 3 freshmen get through this conference meet for the first time. I believe Drew will step up, Ben, and no, all three freshmen will have a good chance to really have some good showings. They're ready to go fast.
Rolling into this weekend, again, the big story, it's the first ever HCAC Swimming and Diving Championships that have been sponsored by the conference. A big chance not only for Transylvania Swimming, but the other 5 schools participating this weekend to make a big splash. What has you and your team most excited about this upcoming first-time ever sort of experience?
Well, I think we're excited that we're in the conference that Transylvania's in. Right, that's exciting instead of being in an alternate conference. Being my first year, again, it being the first year of the HCAC, it's exciting for us to go and put a good showing, because when we go back to the recruits, we want to be able to show them how well we did at this conference meet.
What are some considerable strides, whether it's high times, individual development, that you're really proud of that either an individual has made or your program as a whole has made this season?
I think one of the things for me is coming as a new coach and you have 5 seniors on the team, for them to be able to embrace what we're doing and some of the changes that we've made and support all that stuff, it's really good to help us move forward as a program. And so I'm most proud of that they came in and they supported the things that we are trying to do and change, and that made the transition way easier than it would have been.
You talk about swimming fast, obviously, doing all the prep work throughout the course of the weekend, but this is going to be a grueling experience for all the pioneers competing in this 3-day-long experience. What does this team need to do to be able to perform at its peak level day after day throughout the course of the weekend?
I think they need to stay in their own lane, right? Again, it's the controllables. We can control certain things and we can't control other things, right? So we control the things that we can, okay? Have confidence in the process and what we did as practice goes all year, and we'll swim fast. I have no doubt about that.
All right, well, a big event on the horizon. Once again, the inaugural HCAC Swimming and Diving Championships in the year 2018. Coming to you on the way from Terre Haute, Indiana. Once again, head coach of Transylvania Swimming and Diving, Dave Doolin, thanks a lot for your time. Safe travels to you and the Pioneers, and hopefully we can come home with some big news and high marks and some new record times.
That's the plan. Thank you.